to Spain, Madrid, Spain.
Yeah.
And then we go to Athens, Greece.
And I think you bought it.
Good.
You better come and stay here.
Stay there. So that'll be my sleeping quarters over there.
Del equipo Iberia, gracias a los Florido Vázquez y toda la tripulación. Deseamos que disfruten de su viaje a Madrid. Queremos ofrecer un saludo especial a nuestros clientes Iberia Plus y de Alianza One World. Complace informar a los miembros de Iberia Plus que por realizar este vuelo podrán obtener
Where are you going today?
We'll go to a hotel. I'm going to sleep. Crawl in bed and fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yes. I think everybody is. Everybody's tired.
Everybody that came over on a transatlantic flight last night, yeah.
Nobody slept. That's for sure.
Right. I didn't.
Hola, buenos días. Bienvenidos a bordo de este vuelo de Iberia con destino a Atenas. El uso de
What's going on?
We're in the Continental, is it Continental? Cafe restaurant. Because right after this we're going up to sleep. We're tired. We've been up since,
Who knows when?
yeah, when did we get on the plane? I feel like a zombie.
We were in Greece, and I thought we were in Spain, and I'm saying the Pirineos.
How was your dinner?
That was wonderful.
Yeah,
Moussaka and Greek salad for everybody.
very good.
Natalia. If you prefer, you can call me Natalie. If it is easier for you, it's the same thing for me. Our driver is Mr. Luca. We will start with a short city drive of Athens, which means that we will explore the National Guards standing here for 1 hour. Every 1 hour they change, they are replaced by others. Every half an hour they exchange places. You can see that they are dressed in our national uniform, counting 400 foldings on their skirts, and they represent the war of independence. They wear handmade shoes made of leather, and they are, let's say, the guards of honor, the presidential guards, and leader of the battle. Within the pediment, the triangular space that is formed by the angles of the roof, you can see guards waiting for the birthday of the goddess Athena. Building is the university, as we call it. And within the portico there are frescoes as personalized sciences, with girls playing the role of the sciences. And in a central position, the first king of Athens as the patron, as the one who brought the light to Greece. Hotel of the city center, the Grand Britain, that is a historical building since the 19th century, and many people like politicians, Hollywood actors stay here when they come. And on the right side, the Settlement Square, and at the lower part, the opening is the main pedestrian, the main commercial street of Athens called Hermou. You can see the chains on the left of the guards. Their uniform is full of symbolisms, meaning that the red hat symbolizes
the higher we go, the better view you have. All around is Athens, the different districts of Athens, and each one is attached to the other, so you cannot actually separate them if you don't know which one is very different.
That's a good idea.
1 minute, please. Only leave some space for them to pass around us.
Piraeus to the Cyclades or to the nearby islands like the Saronic Gulf islands like Aegina, Poros, Ida, and on the opposite side you will see. And I would like to thank Lucas also for bringing us back with safety and waiting for us. Please do not forget anything in the bus, take your personal belongings.
I lucked out.
You made it.
I know. She brought that suitcase. I said, oh, she found it. Then when I found the passport, I went, yay!
I knew it was there.
Well, if it wasn't in the hotel, it had to be.
I told you.
I was thinking the maid took it and she's going to send her old grandmother home to the
You should
U.S.
take a
of
picture all
A.
the way down to the lilies. Look at the lilies. Look at how pretty and fresh they are.
Anytime. Bring it. Thank you. Anytime is good. Thank you.
Buon appetito.
And it's crunchy. Bon appetit. I got more vegetable soup. And then it comes up.
Yeah, there's some kind of a lighting going there.
Is that all for the whole city? Buildings with high-tech representatives, different kinds of different.
50s, 60s.
And all the time it was because they were.
So far, so good.
Yeah, so far so good.
Aegean Sea. It's called the Cyclades, Kyklades in Greek, and it is a small Greek Polynesia comprised of 150 bigger and smaller islands. 24 only are inhabited today, though. And Mykonos and Santorini are the most known of these. This is something characteristic. I will tell you why everything is like this, why everything is cubic and white, with the colorful window shutters and doors. It's after all one of the things about which we know Mykonos today, this traditional Cycladic architecture.
Steps here.
Soft to eat. So that was the bread of the seamen, let's say so, back there. And it's still, of course, produced. While here, next to me, it's also the current baker of the bakery, generation after generation, Mr. George. As I said, they're running this business, and with much love, they keep the tradition here with the oldest bakery in the Aegean Sea. It's wonderful. Yeah, great. Those who are at the very back, the basket is in the on the table. You can the sailboats stopped here during their long-lasting journeys.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. tender originally was a boat that would go from shore to tend or conquer service.
In the Compass Road, and we're going to have dinner. And with Versace China.
Thank you. Thanks for pointing that out.
I don't know if those are Chicouli or not. Chicouli glass.
Okay.
I smell fish.
Got it.
That looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I brought the lima mousse just because I changed your mind with the iced cappuccino, so at least you can try it. It was your choice before mine.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
That's right. Yeah.
I hope you see better.
Thank you.
Oh, that chandelier is gorgeous.
It gets more crowded later, it's still early in the morning. On the left we're gonna see a street which is already open. You're gonna see them also in the afternoon. And on your Crete has got a very important strategic position. And that's the main reason why it has got a very, very long history that goes back to the Neolithic period. This is, like we say, Stone Age period. And there are many people who swim all year long, especially at the south coast of the island. We are right above the main rota, the highway where we were driving earlier. And while driving up to Lascivia Plateau now, you will be able to see the fertile valley of Maya, which is full of greenhouses, of banana trees, and olive trees as well. 0.3. This is the best quality of olive oil you get. Bus is parked, is the monastery that we're gonna visit later on our way back. The monastery known as Panagia Kera. Panagia means Virgin Mary, and the name Kera can be really warm, up to 38, up to 39. Occasionally, next 200 years, the Lascivia Plateau was abandoned because Phoenicians forced Cretans to abandon their villages, their land, their properties.
This is for free.
Rosé wine?
They have this one and the yellow light. Yellow one. I want to try it.
We're in the Lascivia Plateau in Greece. And we're having our snack, our local snack. And it's fine. Some people are complaining.
It's Greek food.
Yeah, they signed up for a tour that they didn't expect, so they're complaining.
The usual.
Yeah, the usual.
We use the grapes as well to make smoked sweet. Located further west, you see several historical buildings, mostly Venetian or Turkish, but they remind us of that domination. You may enjoy while driving down the mountains the breathtaking view. This is Cretan Sea, Aegean Sea, and the north coast of the island. So it looks quite different. minute we will be right in front of the ship. Make sure before you go off the bus you've taken all your belongings with you. And we would like to thank you for participating. We hope you enjoyed the tour of La City, the visit of the monastery. Enjoy the rest of your holiday on the ship. Have a nice trip back home. Thank you.
You want to wave? You're in the picture, wave.
I put in my green cake. Excellent. Where are you from?
I'm from Serbia.
Really?
Nothing to do with France.
That's, my best friend is from Serbia.
But that's because they're nice people.
She's very funny. She has a great sense of humor.
Where are you from?
We are from Florida. Originally from Brazil. Amazing.
You're both having Dover sole.
That's amazing. It smells delicious.
I'm having
The veal.
the veal. Yep. Very pretty. Thank you.
Can you take a picture of the solo because I want to see this veal?
It is another 236 miles prior to reach our destination port of Corfu, Greece. In this position, the seabed is more than 2,000 meters, which are corresponding almost to 1.3 miles. About the present weather condition, well, we are experiencing a strong easterly wind, about 25 knots, and a moderate to rough sea coming from the same directions.
Pièce de Resistance here is going to sit on top of the hashtag RSSC, because obviously hashtag is very social media friendly for him and his 12 children. Lovely job, Rob.
That wasn't chocolate.
Oh.
You know me.
It was mostly chocolate, right?
I know, but I got a few things that weren't. I'm not a chocolate person.
Oh.
I don't like chocolate.
You're gonna play trivia?
Yeah, we could, if we have you, because you're so smart.
If it's about geography, maybe you got a chance.
Oh, what's the trivia?
Place today, 10 out of 15 over there, and over there as well.
And over here.
And over here too.
And
Oh,
over
very
here.
good. You're sheepishly putting your hand up there. Did you get 10 or was it 9?
Yeah.
Just checking.
Give me a call.
Don't worry, I'll be checking the CCTV
Over
footage
here.
later on. Make sure. Just over here as well.
I'm not sure if we're way up here and then you come around.
No, we're not way up here. This is Istanbul.
I know, but they were trying to stay away from this side of Greece because of Istanbul and
No, we started in Athens.
Yeah.
We went to Mykonos, and then we went to Crete,
On the
and
other
now
side.
we're cruising up the coast towards Italy and Montenegro and Slovenia and Croatia up this way.
I have to look at the map.
Oh, no,
the captain?
No, you're too late now. We've been chatting to you. We've done 6 decks already. Good to see you. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Hello.
When she was younger.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Enjoy the fun.
Nice to meet you.
Good evening.
Massimo.
Nice to see you. And you thought the camera was here for you, didn't you?
Did you have to say that?
first hour is always good. Now see, the after dinner is a Black Russian, that stuff.
Or a liqueur.
State of affairs, it really is. But I don't think he's going to win because he plays dirty.
Not the way things are going.
Neither was mine. He said medium well. No, this is medium well. It's slower. This is
You don't want anything?
I just said turned off to dessert. I don't know, there's something wrong with me. But I portion was so little. I know, but I've had enough to eat, and that would be like the icing on the cake. But I did plates to eat too, but I cannot pass the pistachio souffle.
We're very close to the town. We are about to see on our left the old town of Corfu with its two Venetian fortresses. So after the visit of Achillean Palace, we shall head to the area of the town. We shall have a short photo stop in the area of Canonian Perama, overlooking the most famous landmark of Corfu, a very picturesque little island called in Athens in the 4th century. William II, who bought it after Caesar's death. It's 11 meters and a half high. Its waist over there. And in the distance, the coasts of Albania and the Greek mainland. Now, Achilles, with the poison dying, and Achilles, the moment he was still so this is, in there were some small rooms. We don't know what they were. Now let's go on. Here, according to which Achilles, best friend, Patroclus, had been killed by the Trojan. And a couple of paintings. I think I can walk forward a little bit so that everybody can go outside. Now, in the age, let's see there we have some artifacts from William's time. Plates, statuettes, medals. Ladies and gentlemen, my exclusive bias to the painting. come to Corfu. So, during the Roman period, some ruins of the shipyards of the 3rd century before Christ, as at the time, the water was up to here. The town has... You're about to see an early Christian basilica of the 5th century on our right, dedicated to a local saint, St. Kirkira. The ruins of the main square of the town on our right, which was surrounded by colonnades, and on our left, ruins of Roman baths with mosaics. We are now reaching the Esplanade, the largest square of the whole volcanic peninsula.
Thinking about the
Esplanade, where you see the grass. It's used as a cricket pitch. The buildings,
This spot looks just like German.
Sorry. No, come on,
Little
sweetie.
open island in
Sweetie, I want to experience it. See,
our penis are called Europe, but these are like...
I already asked the lady over there, yeah. Yes.
For that one. Just where are we? Which country? That was it, yes. It's South Africa. Yes, South Africa. Which country has 11 official languages? And it is indeed South Africa. Isn't it? Has to get all the way up to its place. Okay, now then. Number 12, if a person is anosmic, they have no sense of what? Smell. Yes, indeed. They have no sense of smell.
Where's the stairs?
You see them down by the pool? Yes, of course.
Isn't that pretty? This is beef.
And the crab.
I have to know how.
And that's without the side dishes.
Looks like a lobster. Look at the size of it. Wow. And what is that, vanilla bean sauce you got?
Vanilla, yeah, beans. Right, I think I see little beans, yes.
This is passion fruit. Is that the passion fruit? You should try.
Or you want to taste of this homemade?
Done. I will be your tour guide, and on my left hand side our experienced driver called Savo, and dear guests, on our right hand side the beautiful Boca Bay and the mountain chain Lovćen, and we are now going uphill, and this view is going to get just better and better. This is the fortress of the that is left here from the Napoleon. So Napoleon in the 19th century, he also ruled the Montenegrin coastline, and this is the airport over there on the right hand side, and believe it or not, this is actually the second most dangerous airport in the world. That is actually a fact, because the most dangerous one is, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in Africa, and this one is the second dangerous because of the air currents which are present over here. They create a lot of the draft, and that makes it extremely difficult for the aircraft to land. Fluvial erosion is the term that signifies the work of water and the constant water of the river and the river. And on the right hand side, it should be right on this peak of this hairpin. You have much better view. Right over there is a monument over here on the left hand side. So now the Rocky Sea, and you can easily see why it actually got that. And I'll tell you now how that building got its name, because the name of that building is Biljarda, and billiard is actually pool table in Montenegro. I know that you must have expected something huge like a castle or some kind, but when this was made in the 1850s, it was a structure. That we all Montenegrins are extremely proud of. So Njegoš actually died at the age of 35 out of tuberculosis. I'm now talking about that later, and of course about his whole Budva and the Budva Riviera. I'll now just that island Hawaii. So we have Hawaii even here in Budva, and for whatever reason we locals call it like that, but we say the original name of that island is Saint Nicola. 100,000 euros. So really expensive. Some say that in about 10 years this will be the next Monte Carlo, because how quickly it is developing. Because if you were to come here 30 years ago, on the left and the right you could only see some plains with the shepherds and the sheep and cows, and that is how quickly it developed. So we are now at the square of weapons, because the weapons were used to be built over here in these palaces surrounding it. But you can see this balcony over here. This was actually the prince, the building where the prince used to live. And this clock tower is built in 1601, but it had an earthquake in the 60-67, and from there we call it the Kotor's Pizza Tower. It is because it is built in the back to us. You have the chance to see it once we get over there. So it is built from that. So ladies and gentlemen, the Palace of Pina, this one was actually always by the we are currently in the square, on the square of churches. You can easily see why. This is the Church of St. Nicholas, the biggest Orthodox church in the Montenegro coastline. The construction.
So you came up that bottom left and you go down the top right.
Connections to the internet of any sort. Can't look up these answers. We're going to go ahead and dive right in here with our first question. Before I start, did I forget anybody? Did anybody not get a pencil? Audrey Hepburn won an Academy Award in the Best Actress category for which film? Audrey Hepburn. What is the highest selling record album of all time? 9 or more, 10 or more, 11 or more, 12 or more? Oh, do we have one group left back here? How many did we get right back here in the corner? 13? Wow, well done.
So no, she meant that the neck takes the head, but the head should be the head.
Sette Mari, eggplant Sette Mari.
Yes, yes. My veal chop, right? That's not hungry at all. Oh,
it's a big veal chop.
From England. We have it in our power to begin the world over again. 6 months later, these men declared that progressive idea a goal worth fighting for.
Yeah. You'll have more pictures of everybody
eating. Eating, yes, every meal.
And what the meal looks like. Montenegro is one of the most enchanted, beautiful little countries that I have been to. Our tour guide was really nice and he made the city beautiful, more beautiful than if it's possible to be. They're very proud of their country, of their heritage and everything. It was fantastic. I would like to go back and buy an apartment because it's going to be the next Monte Carlo, so he said that would make a lot of money.
You can get a head start.
But I didn't see any Trump towers.
See, even Trump isn't there yet.
He's not there yet, I'll have to tell him.
So first of all, we are going to Nina, and Nina is located at 20 kilometers from Zadar, so it would take us about 30 minutes to get there.
but it was reconstructed several times, and the last reconstruction is from 18th century, so it is dedicated to Saint Anselm. Fortunately, in 7th century, biggest part of that Roman town was Zadar. A couple of years ago, we opened a big museum, which is called the Museum of from 4th to 7th century. And as the most important, made part of the navy in 11th century of the king's.
Right? Sounds like
Here we got packing machine. It's also partially wooden, and we are still using this.
That big, and to your right you can see a bridge, the bridge that connects the peninsula with the northern part of the town. Ferries arrive to the same port as your cruise ship. From the sour cherry called Maraska, which is cultivated in Zadar hinterland, and firstly it was produced by the Dominican monks already in 16th century, and then several.
I made something that looked like a seal. I look like a
Descent to the sea, and what is interesting is that the architect he built about 30 polyethylene pipes underneath, and the organ functions on the principle that the sea and the waves are compressing the air into those pipes, and that is what we're
I think it's raining. You think?
I think it's getting worse.
It's just
I would like to thank you for your attention during the visit of Nina and Zadar. I wish you a pleasant afternoon and especially the sun tomorrow.
England has a lion. What is the national animal of Greece? Owl. The dolphin. The dolphin.
That's right.
The dolphin is the national animal. Hey, there we go. You're all winners in my eyes. Well, let's find out who the winners in everyone else's eyes are, shall we? So, how many people got at least 5 answers?
I bet it fell out of your jeans pocket.
cream. I shouldn't have cream, but
So I wrote
right. This is
Too late.
nice too, right? Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
You're funny. She said happy
Salud.
to a very dry and sunny day. We dealt for 40 years, and then she had paints under her sweater. So I never saw them in the wash. Yeah, that's funny.
So she's probably sweating it. Right?
No, not yet. Little kids, little problem. Big kids,
No,
big
she's
problem.
thinking how she was ahead.
And now I'm waiting for my
Dessert.
my popcorn sundae.
Can't wait. Oh God. It's so much fun to eat, isn't it?
Yeah,
If we just had a bigger stomach.
We just had lunch at 4 o'clock.
Yes,
And then we
that's
had
true.
tea at 6. No, 5.
I did. Oh, the thing shut off.
Cocktails at 7.
How come it shut off?
It's okay.
Oh, okay.
And dinner at 7:30.
But I can't see your picture.
I know. Look how petite.
Bon appetit, Thomas. You believe this? This is amazing.
Show you the belfry of Saint Louis that we will see later, and the core of the town of Split. You can see how large it was, but now unfortunately there are just remains of it. It had a large amphitheater. There also was a forum. So they're like the most important things to see in Tel Aviv out here. Now we are standing in front of Cathedral of St. Lawrence. So it's like symphonies. It links to periods. So as we saw that part that was added, and there is a lot of little stars. There is no explanation why people celebrate that in this part. Mavro, it's one of the Tirogir's masters that also. The reason is this was a theater before. So noble families mark its place by those.
Smile. Make it look like you're having fun.
Now we are on the promenade, which is the main social place where the people of Tirogir drink coffee and enjoy sun. All the way up to
I think it's broken.
I am doing it. Hold on to this sun. No, I'm not. I'm circling you guys here. It's too far. You can't see it. Now.
Thank you.
You're really getting serious. I know. I never eat bread. That was hard to do. Have you
This palace had also a purpose to defend the Croatian and his city when Sarsi war. Palace itself has the 4 entrances in the palace from Egypt. All those columns also. They were painted, as you can see, in the purple. And here on the left side, you can see part of his family, members of his family.
We're on our way back to the ship. We're in Split. And we did our shopping. We got our Medjugorje souvenirs, our books, our map, our little replica of the Diocletian Palace. And, we went to Troyes and came back. All done.
Iceberg.
I can't see your face.
Thank you.
Very
Enjoy your dinner, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Going up on our Belvedere, so you will have a view of entire Italian coast. Because from here over there that you can see that ship.
There you are.
So we are on the Tartini Square, Giuseppe Tartini,
And rising above the city, the Church of St. George. St. George is the protector of the city. The bell tower is the same like the bell tower on Piazza San Marco in Venice.
I just bought a house because it's going to be Trump Town pretty soon. It's going to be the Trump Tower right here.
He's going to have the summer White House here.
Look now on your right side, you will see roses and a sandy beach. The sand was brought here from Italy 100 years ago for the Nobel Hotel, Palace Hotel, because the sandy beach it was with the Nobel Hotel. Out of these casinos, science for casinos, this is also one of the biggest on the Adriatic Sea. This one on our left was built 2 years later. One, but this is also small but national. Okay? Here on your right side is the national airport.
Delicious.
For the cat.
Smile.
So here we are almost. So thank you, Mitya, for a safe drive. Thank you, Mitya, and a good drive. Thank you, Mitya. Thanks to you. Thank you for coming in Slovenia.
Family is important. You know, you go back to Cuba, you stay with your family, children, with grandchildren.
Sport.
Maybe. I think so.
Sure.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, and that house over there.
And who wishes they were staying on the next cruise? Yes. Actually, I'm going to be the clapometer now this evening. Just by round of applause, have you enjoyed the cruise? Have you had a good time? Good. What have you enjoyed the most?
Ladies and gentlemen, buonasera, good evening. And this is not the farewell party. Farewell is a word which I don't like. It's usually, for me, arrivederci, because we know that we will meet again, so we'll be arrivederci until the next time. And how you did enjoy this cruise so far?
Right now, so please put your hands together for your favourite stewardess, bartender, or person working in the dining room as they present for you this evening, Crew Capers!
After they melted.
Ladies and gentlemen, the crew in Crew Capers and our wonderful senior officers and staff and crew on board your 7 Seas Explorer. If you enjoyed your cruise of the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a massive cheer for our captain, general manager, chief engineer, staff captain, and all the senior officers, staff and crew down here on the front as they leave the stage. Let's hear it for them tonight. The executive concierge, chief housekeeper, cruise consultant, destination assistant cruise director, restaurant manager, safety officer, jar manager, security, social hostess, and many more. And now let's hear it for the entertainment department. Now wonderful singers and dancers, they'll be in the show later. And what about Destination and the Casino? The housekeeping department. And what about up there in the balcony? We have the galley team and the executive chef, Aurelia. Let's hear it for the bar and the wonderful dining room. And how about the butlers tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Let's hear it for the butlers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the stars of the show. Let's hear it for the crew and cast of crew gamers. 20 crew members.
The beef Wellington looks very good with the Yukon Gold mashed potatoes and salmon. The healthy choice. And filet mignon. Baked potato.
Looks very yummy. I'm going to enjoy it.
And the cheesecake.
Mine's creme brulee.
And she's finally having the creme brulee.
My favorite.
To Venice and welcome on board. My name is Francesco and I am one of the two tour leaders, okay? And my colleagues would like to introduce Alessandra, okay? So we are with group number 19 and number 20, but actually we are going to stay together during the excursion. And now is the biggest hotel in Venice. So the biggest because there are more or less 300 rooms, and there's also a congress hall. So when we organize congresses or some kind of events here in Venice, we organize here in the Lido in the Hilton Hotel. And in Venice there are not so many people living. We are about 57,000 residents here. And anyway, the Giudecca is because we used to have dinner along the waterfronts or here, because there are many boats. One in 1575 when we built the Redeemer Church, and another plague in 1630 when San Giorgio Island and San Giorgio Church, which is the church on the right hand side. In the Venetian Lagoon there are 40 islands.
Just Europe, because at the end of the 13th century America wasn't discovered because they might have spread away the knowledge of this art.
Anyway, welcome to the island, welcome to our factory. Master is going to make something like the piece I'm holding. It's called handkerchief vase because it looks like an handkerchief. Pick it up from the center, okay, you see it's waved on the top. It will be clear glass with some beads all around, okay. Don't look at it, it is made like a piece of art, okay. Steps they follow for big vases or small vases or drinking glasses are the same. After collecting glass, see blowing the first bubble inside, they start shaping the authentic. No, it's authentic, so safe. You see? Took a few beads. The action available on Murano glass, talking about modern vases. Is swing.
Oh my gosh.
Here we are. You see, looks very easy, no? You can try with your microwave oven at home. Okay? Few drops of water, and the piece is ready now to be moved to the cooling unit for the next 24 hours. Vieni qua, foto.
Nothing to set up. What? Every other day.
A big dome with a white campanile that is pending as well. Also that one is a little bit leaning. The big dome or the big cupola you can see to the rest of Venice. This used to be very muddy island and was claimed just in the night from policeman boat, water ambulance, post office boat, fireman boat, to one of the most representative architects during the Renaissance period, whose name is Mr. Andrea Palladio. I think that in 1594, that corresponds also to the year of the death of Mr. Tintoretto, so they were finished actually by the son, Mr. Domenico Tintoretto.
Oh, we forgot to bring that magazine from West.
Do it again. That's St. Mark's Square. This is San Giorgio Island. So this is the view from San Giorgio Island. It's in the bell tower, the Campanile, San Marco, the Doge's Palace over there. Everywhere you turn in Venice, there's a beautiful church.
This is very sweet. First time we go. Not my first time we go. My first time we go. Because of all the 2 days before. We gave up skiing a few years ago.
Yeah, that's true. Do it. But they're able to take off. Pardon me? No. Well, we're going together. Bridges and canals and
Sì, sicuramente.
We want to stop. I can't walk.
Before I lose things, I'm going to say, is that what
For John. Oh, I like that. You know, I made kittens like that. Isn't that cool? Do you imagine if it were raining like the day we... That's, I think that's why I got sick. Very pretty. Torn. We were soaking wet. Our pants, our shoes. Very much.
Yes, we hiked up the waterfall.
We went to
Anche il soggiorno a Go ahead. Walk.
Right in.
brick or did they change it?
I think they've had to rebuild it. It was from the original bricks, though.
Look at that bottom of it. That's the bell tower for what?
For the basilica. That's the basilica, St. Mark's.
You think this built stuff is from 17?
Yeah.
밥만 먹었어.
Look, there's a concert at Opera House. Wait, let me take a picture.
Guardando gli occhi, direi.
Put that in your house. I think you're yeah, I know.
Gibt's eine?
Nee, wir können aber noch
You ready to leave?
I'm ready.
Ready to go home?
Ready to go home. It's a wonderful trip, but I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hungry?
No, not hungry. Not for a couple of days. Probably don't want to eat anymore.
Yeah. So what time is it?
It is 25 minutes to 7.
Yeah? That's not bad.
No, I'm used to getting up at 7 o'clock. So in a half hour I'll be up.
It was a wonderful experience. Wonderful trip. We were very lucky with every aspect of the trip.
Yeah.
All the tours. The weather was one day was a little bit hot.
1.5.
Yeah, but mostly was really everything was beautiful, and I'm glad I was part of this beautiful.
What was your favorite thing that you did?
Montenegro was beautiful. Very beautiful country.
And you agree?
Montenegro, the highlight.
Yeah,
And Venice was beautiful too. Shopping. Venice is amazing. It's very different.
Venice for shopping.
Yeah. So many stores. She
Yes.
said she has to go back, but she wants to spend the whole day. You know, to have an affordable wheelchair. The ship was beautiful. Lovely.
Is it the most luxurious ship ever built?
And all the colors in the different rooms. The drapery and coordinated. Very different.
Yes.
And the layers were fantastic.
All over the place, dripping with chandeliers.
The Murano glass and what's the other one that it looked like Chihuly, but it was cold. The food was great. Wonderful. And
The service was wonderful.
The service was outstanding. And it's when the food is very good like that, it's really dangerous. Because we've all gained some weight.